Good morning from Birmingham Airport and welcome to a new video. Today I'm flying to Zurich with the Swiss carrier Swiss. Currently there are not many flights between Birmingham and Zurich. Swiss flies this route 5 times a week and those flights are usually operated by Helvetic Airways. My experience at the check-in was pretty good. There were some issues with my ticket, the check-in agent however was patient and in the end everything worked out. Whenever I flew from Birmingham Airport, security took a long time. Thanks to my Starline's Gold status, I was entitled to use the fast track. I appreciate this benefit a lot, however security should never take that long at all. I really hope they hire more staff, because for me as a passenger, the airport experience becomes pretty inconvenient when I need to wait more than an hour at security. The lounge I'll be visiting today is the Aspire Lounge. Visiting this lounge costs £29. You can also access this lounge if you're flying in business class or as a frequent flyer with a status. So I didn't pay for this lounge because of my status, but honestly this lounge isn't really worth it. The food selection was limited, and something else which is unique about this lounge, there's no bathroom. So if you need to go to the toilet, you need to leave the lounge and walk like 2 to 3 minutes to the next bathroom. I mean, I'm not here to complain, but if you want to spend £29 at Birmingham Airport, just don't spend them on this lounge. So this is the food selection in the lounge. They had sausages, scrambled eggs and baked beans, tea, cereal and croissants. There was also this bar here, but I believe it's not open in the morning. My aircraft just landed from Zurich. It is a 4.5-year-old Airbus A220-300. The flight was originally supposed to be operated with an Embraer 190 E2, but Swiss did an aircraft change, so it's the A220 for me today. Well, it's time to leave the lounge now. The screens stayed final cool, but passengers from the incoming flight haven't even deboarded yet, so no need to rush at all.
Just more guy.
So Birmingham Airport is one of those few airports where boarding doesn't actually mean boarding. There was a zone where all passengers were seated, and when the aircraft was ready to board, they started boarding by groups. So welcome on board the Swiss Airbus A220-300. The seats here are arranged in a 2-3 configuration, and my seat for this flight is going to be 15A. So let's have a first look at the seat. Those seats are pretty thin and you can also recline them a little bit. And the legroom is actually pretty generous. It was around 29 centimeters. Every seat also had a small coat hook, and up here there are little screens with some flight information.
Ladies and gentlemen, also
Something what I've been missing on this aircraft are power outlets or at least USB ports. I'm also not a huge fan of those seat pockets. They are relatively small, well actually too small. I couldn't even fit my passport. Well, the only thing we're missing now is the table. You can move it back and forth, but it's not foldable.
Wir danken für Ihre Aufmerksamkeit. Pour de plus amples informations, veuillez vous adresser à votre
We started pushing back now, and our flight time for today is around 1 hour and 40 minutes.
if the life jacket does not inflate, please
So now we are airborne flying over the UK, and let's see what Swiss offers on their flights. Swiss doesn't offer complimentary snacks anymore, however you still get a bottle of water. In the seat pocket in front is the safety card, but more interesting is this in-flight menu. Swiss started a buy on board service last year, so let's see how much it costs and what they are offering on board. And well, these sandwiches seem to be a bit expensive. Their competitor EasyJet, which has bases in Basel and Geneva, offer a whole meal deal for the same price. Some options were also not available because my flight was too short and also too early. They did also have a huge variety of drinks, not only soft drinks and juices, they also offer beer, wine, vodka and more. Even though the A220 is such a modern aircraft, Swiss didn't install Wi-Fi here. And let me also quickly show you the lavatories. There are 2 lavatories in the back and they look really modern and clean. Before the landing, the crew handed out these little chocolate bars, so the service is basically identical to the service on Lufthansa flights. So this is the route we are flying this day. As you see, we avoided the French airspace, could be something with the ATC or just the weather in France. So now I do have some comments about this flight, because personally I didn't enjoy it that much. I'm not a huge fan of Birmingham airport, security was time-taking and the lounge wasn't the best either. However, that's not something I blame Swiss for. What I didn't like about Swiss was their overpriced in-flight service, and that's something which takes the whole premium feeling away. And how about you? What do you think about Swiss? Let me know in the comments. So welcome to Zurich Kloten Airport, the biggest airport of the country. The purpose of this trip was a field trip with my university. I spent a whole week in Switzerland visiting airports, stakeholders from the aviation industry and more, and I made a video about this trip. It's in the top right corner now. So thank you very much for watching the video until the end. Make sure to subscribe to my channel. I do have really cool videos planned for the next weeks, so hit the bell and you will get a notification as soon as those videos are published. I wish you an awesome week and see you next time for the next video.